We're the Hunters, and we've been fostering since October of 2018.
My concern is for the society. Whomever I can influence or I can coach or I can help, I want to help those kids.
St. Francis has honestly been the backbone of what we've been able to do in our home. At a young age, I experienced care myself. I went into foster care and immediately I was into group home placement. Eventually I did find my dad. He taught me what it was to be a young man before I went home. Life of poverty, but it was a home full of love. I went off to college, and when it was time to figure out what to do next, my mom was like, "You're leaving California." I had a friend that was living in Wichita, Kansas, Thomas, my best friend, and he was playing ball here, so naturally I chose Kansas. Hated it the moment I got off the plane. Things started to change when I met my wife. She made me want to be a better man. She is the reason why I decided to stay. Fostering came because I had a friend, and he came to me and was like, "Hey man, you should do this. You'd be really great." First thing I thought was, there's no way I'm getting involved with that. You know, after I had been traumatized with the experience, I was like, I can't. And then I had another mentor of mine who actually said, that's the exact reason why you would be great at it. One of the things that a lot of parents, when they first start, they say, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna foster. I'm gonna get this child in my home and it's gonna be perfect. The truth is, no home is perfect.
No situation is perfect.
No.
The child is not going to be perfect. You're not going to be a perfect family. This is going to be a regular kid with regular problems. The reality is real.
I think for me, starting with high needs, I seen the amount of parents who were taking a child and immediately disrupting. Or I see the child that would go to a home and then they would have to not even unpack a bag. They would just have this bag or trash bag or suitcase. Why is this youth bouncing? Oh, because they have high needs. High needs can mean a number of things. It can mean that the young man is having troubles at school. It can mean that he's disruptive at home. It can be that he has a traumatic past. But what high needs means to me is that this youth doesn't have stability. We've created this stability for this youth who never had it. This youth now has more time spent with his loved ones, his family, than he has in that time frame he was bouncing. These kids need work put into them, and that's the biggest thing. A lot of these youth are misguided because nobody's putting in work. I get parents all the time like calling my phone, "Jerone, how do you do it? You have more experience than me." I put in great stock, so what comes out is much higher caliber. We have a total of 8 sons, ages 16, 16, 16, 18, 19, and 2 20-year-olds. People tell me all the time about how good we're doing teaching them. I think people forget that they're teaching us. I look back and think I wasn't a good man. And she was right in the regard that she didn't make me a man. She made me want to become a man. But I will be completely honest, it's my sons who turned me into a good man. We wouldn't have figured this out if we didn't move to a place where they could go outside without cell phones, without TVs, and actually, I'm dead serious when I say this, be kids. I think we forget about that in today's world, is that we forget to let the youth be youth. And that's why I'm a huge advocate of boredom, because I think boredom creates creativity.
I believe that if the environment is right, anybody can be the best version of themselves. And that goes for you, it goes for our kids, it goes for me. And anybody put in the correct environment with correct structure and with correct beliefs, with correct values will succeed and will be a good person and will understand their role in the society.
My son, who's been with us the longest, was like, "Hey Dad, we should get some animals." "Well, what kind of animals?" "What about chickens?" I was like, "But chickens are hard work." "We can do it." "Well, let's build a chicken coop." And when I'm hearing this, what's going through my head is we've went from small project to small project to medium project to medium project to now we're taking on this bigger project. This was a young man who couldn't stay in one placement, who couldn't stay in school, to now is talking about building chicken coops.
Just watching you grow, watching you be the father that you are for those kids, like, how can I not love you more every day?
There are tons of kids right here who need us. These kids need us. These kids need our help. My goal has always been to make sure that these sons that I have, that they have the biggest supports possible. And I know all the kids that I was in custody with, guess what? Majority of them are in jail. A lot of them are dead. And I look back at that, I'm like, I refuse to let that be any of my sons. And there are organizations like St. Francis who are really here that believe in the change of foster care.
They supported from the beginning. They made the process really easy, and that was really impactful.
Everybody needs to care about foster care because at the end of the day, this is community. You invest in them, I promise you what comes out is 100 times more.